Today on the YouTube channel, we do a set that not very many people can find. The Disney Villain Icon set, right after the intro. Welcome to another episode of Bricks and Toys. My name is Brandon, and continuing on with doing the new sets from June and July, we have June's the Disney Villain Icon set. Now, this set is really special because it is almost to what it appears after a month of searching to be on a permanent out of stock on Lego.com. As well as most stores don't even carry it or have it in stock. I ended up with this set by checking Target.com. I kept seeing Target have 1 or 2 or 3 in stock, but from searching Lego, and if you guys do as well with Target, we both know that that can easily mean 0. They can say that they have 4 and they'll have 0. So what I did with this set is I went online, I found a Target that had 3 in stock, and when I did, I hit order, knowing damn well that I was going to get an email by the morning that said, sorry, would you like to substitute? No, I don't want to substitute. I want to cancel. Duh, you don't have what I want. But I didn't. I actually was able to go and pick this up from not my closest Target, maybe the second or third closest Target to where I live, but nonetheless, they had it. And so now we are doing the review on it today. So let's just start off with the details. It is an 18 and older set. It is set number 43227, coming in at 1,540 pieces. Now, to my understanding of the set, it does resemble the VHS tapes of Aladdin, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Sleeping Beauty. But it's not really about the movies as much as it is the villains from those movies. And here we get 4 new exclusive minifigures to this set, which are the Evil Queen, Jafar, Maleficent, and Gaston. You know, from Beauty and the Beast, no one can do it like Gaston, and yeah. This is what happens when you live with women. You watch a lot of Disney movies, and next thing you know, you're singing the Disney songs. But they're incredible. They're fun to watch. So anyway, back to the set at hand. Besides the VHS tapes, it does look like we got some playing cards, and we do have that poisonous apple, and then we do have a VHS tape out of the case. Now, I do understand that this set does have a good mixture of printed elements as far as sticker elements, and overall, the box shows their cartoon variations. It shows the other angle of the set featuring some really nice coloring on the Sleeping Beauty, and I did forget to mention that it does have a nice little clock watch. That is another feature from one of the Disney movies. Now, again, like I have to say in all of these videos, the amount of knowledge that I have on these movies is probably just watching them 1 or 2 times, mostly probably passing through while doing stuff because my kids are watching them. So I do like them, but I probably heard more of them than I have watched of them, if that makes any sense. When you have ADHD, you hear more than you see because you're busy, but your ears are still listening. It does say the set is about 9 inches wide and about 7.5 inches tall. So that wraps it up for just the overall look of the box. And you know what we have to do at this point? Let's go over to our board. So now we have to make a score judgment based on the box alone if we would buy this set. And you know what? It goes to where we basically go. And I'm going to say, yeah, I would buy this set based on the box because I am an elder millennial from the early 90s. Where I remember when I was 5 years old getting Disney VHS tapes of Toy Story in the thick white plastic. So to see VHS tapes, it takes me back. So that right there draws me in. And because of that, I'm going to give it an 8. For the box design. Now that can transition us into packaging. So let's go ahead, let's get our knife, and let's cut open this set. 2 slits of tape on top to be expected. It's only 1,540 pieces, so I'm not expecting too much. And let's go ahead, let's do the shimmy and the shuffle. And there we go. We are out of the box. So let's just take a quick gander on what we have. So far, bag 11, bag 12. So we are looking at about 12 bags. Just glancing from bag 3, we could see one of those printed elements of the Queen, if you can see on the playing card, which is pretty cool. So that is a sample of the printed elements that we are going to get. No tape holding this book in, just glue, and open it up. Now let's not do what my other YouTuber that I watch does and throw away the sticker sheet. We don't want to do that. That was very funny when I watched this video and he was like, yeah, we're going to have to order the stickers. They're in the recycling. But I can see where things can go wrong because taking a second look like I always do, I found more sticker sheets, making a total of 12 stickers. And this one features scenes from The Little Mermaid. And that's completely separate from this sticker sheet that features the first 8 stickers. So now we have confirmed that this book holder is empty. We can put it away for recycling. Of course, we're greeted to a book that would be about the size of 1,500 pieces. Nothing to be surprised about there. 13 bags total is what we have. I'm not expecting them to be too serious. We are looking at about 346 building steps and 261 pages of the book. And let's see here. Bunch of information about the movies, the villains, of course. That's all to be expected. The first 3 bags makes the accessories that's kind of set around the set. The apple, the clock, the cards, and the evil queen. Then the next 4 bags, just 4 through 7, make Gaston and Jafar. The Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast book. So this thing does go in clear steps. 8, 9, and 10 makes Maleficent and the Sleeping Beauty book. That goes on the side. And 11, 12, and 13 make the final VHS tape and helps you put it all together. So overall, I just say let's go ahead, let's give the packaging a quick score, and let's get on to our time lapse. Packaging is to be expected. Stickers are in 2 different pieces of paper. Everything looks to be single bags. Let's go ahead and just give it an 8. I would give it a 9 if the sticker sheet was all in one sheet, not that little tiny piece you can easily throw away. That would have sucked if I did not see that. I always do double checks. So on that one, everybody, let's go ahead, let's roll over to our time lapse, and we'll be back here for the review. So now we are at the review segment of the video. Now, just to be straight up with you guys, the minifigs for this set are hidden within the set. So as we go through our review and we talk about everything that's in front of us, we will uncover their secret hiding compartments. So start off with the loose piece right here. Now this is a nod to Peter Pan's Captain Hook. It is like a pocket clock or pocket watch. As you can see, it does have the hook for Captain Hook. And I really do like the metallic light blue characters of Peter Pan. I don't know a whole lot about Peter Pan, but this is a really nice nod to that villain of Captain Hook. Next up is, I believe, Alice in Wonderland with the Queen of Hearts playing card. Now they didn't put a back on the card, they just put a front, but overall, pretty cool. Going forward, we do have the Poison Apple. And this is from Snow White. Overall, really nice detail. They did a really good job capturing the shape. Otherwise, I would believe that it's a tomato, but they did well. But part of this does open up like that. And what do we have inside? We have the Evil Queen. Now we can take her out, and she also has her little evil apple. So this is a really cool set, and she just goes right back in. There's really nothing hard about storing the Evil Queen in the apple. So that's really cool. So now we found 1 out of 4 new minifigs. Let's go on with the set. Now the tape does hold on with these ball joint pieces, which is really cool. And we have a VHS copy of The Little Mermaid. Now I do have to say, it is getting pretty nostalgically ridiculous that we're now making Lego cassette tapes and VHS tapes when this is stuff that I grew up with, and now it's a technology that we make Lego sets out of. But anyway, overall, really good detail. If you just want to consider a black VHS tape to have any detail, here we can see those socket joints where it pops in at. And then here we do have where it flips up at, like so. You see it's on a hinge joint. I was kind of wondering about putting one of the minifigure plaques from the Disney 100 right here in the middle, so it says Disney 100 on here. I might do that. That might be a cool little customization. But then when you open it up and flip it around, we have scenes from The Little Mermaid. So that is really cool that they hid that little Easter egg in there. Now continuing on, we do have Sleeping Beauty. Now this does detach like so. Unfortunately, the back is nothing really to look at, but we do have this nice cover, and on the cover you can see where they use like the dots method to make Maleficent. This is a printed element where it says Sleeping Beauty. On the side, we do have the Disney 100 printed tile, Sleeping Beauty and sticker element, and then we have Maleficent. Now there's nothing really going on here except if you pull this handle right here, this whole door fall out, and then you have Maleficent right here with her staff hidden away. So that is a really cool way to store the character. She gets a really big pocket in this set. And so that's that part of the set. And then going to another one that says Beauty is Beauty and the Beast. Now this one does feature a pop-up feature to where you can see the rose, which is a really cool way to hide that. And then we can slide out and find Gaston. There he lies. This is a cool little drawer made out of window or door elements, really cool. Now this does not detach from the VHS, and I do think this is more of a book as it is tan compared to everything else being white like the old VHS covers. So if we turn this sideways, we are looking at Aladdin, and here we have Jafar, or as I keep saying, Jafar, because I like to eat lots of Mexican food, and you go silent on the J's in the Mexican culture, like Jesus versus Jesus, or jalapeno, instead of saying jalapeno, like some people that I know that's embarrassing to be around. His name is Jafar, not Jafar, like I keep saying. And then we do have a sticker element here that says Aladdin and the printed Disney 100. And if we turn him this way, we can see Jafar, just like we did with Maleficent, right there in the cover. And if we open up this door, there's Jafar. And he's coming out of his lamp. So overall, really nice hidey hole for him. And overall, the whole set goes back together. Super easy breezy. And it easily stores away, just like how we started this video 7 minutes ago. So that's the review on the Disney villain icons. Now let's go and give our final thoughts on this set and grade it. So now let's dive into our final thoughts. And one little note I want to give out there, guys. If there's a lot of fan noise going on in the studio today, please excuse it. My watch tells me it's 106 in Las Vegas as of right now. And this garage is probably about 90 to 100 itself. So I have the AC cranked. I got a fan blowing on me. I'm just trying to stay cool so I can get this done. So the final thoughts of this set. First off, it's only 1,500 pieces. It took me about 3 hours to get it done, and I had a blast building it. It kind of reminded me when I did the Hogwarts Collector's Edition with Harry Potter, and you got to build the books, and then you do have to build like some figurines around the books. Now, it wasn't as intensive as that was, clearly. Now, like I said in the review, I do believe that Aladdin and Sleeping Beauty are both VHS tapes, and then The Beauty and the Beast is a book. And I do have something kind of fun to pull out and show you from the 90s. Here is probably one of my birthday presents when I was either 5 or 6 years old. The Lion King, a Disney movie. And the cool thing about this is the same one that I've had for the last 28 whatever years of my life. And back in these days, after you saw the movie in the theater, 6 months to a year later, you get the VHS tape. And I remember waiting for it, and my mom would usually bring these home, you know, for Christmas. So you may be wondering, where does this come into play with this set? Well, this is a 90s homage to these Disney villains, and the guy that made the set, he does look younger, like about my age, and he clearly states that he wanted to capture that 90s VHS feel with this set. So I figured I'd pull out a 90s VHS tape, and you can see how it has that plastic, that white plastic, or what used to be white plastic, and that's their source for the VHS covers. So that was a thing that they did on these older 90s VHS tapes, and it's really cool to have that in the set. And another cool feature is, and before I get into it, I was going to say, unfortunately the scaling does not match up. And because of that, the VHS tape would not technically fit in any of these VHS cases because they're too small. So they did scale down the cases, but they did scale the VHS tape, which is amazing. Now, some bad kid, which was me, did not be kind rewind on this VHS tape back in the 90s, and last time we played this tape. But as you can see, they are dang near identical as far as size and everything. So I really wanted to show you guys that, because I found that really nostalgic. Like I said in the review, I'm getting kind of weirded out by how I'm personally infatuated with Lego sets that go back into the 90s and 80s, like Groot with the cassette tape. I had to buy him because I wanted the cassette tape with the awesome mix on it, and I couldn't think of a better way than to have Groot holding it. And now it's the same deal with the Villain Icon set. They're VHS covers, one book I believe, and a VHS tape out of the box of The Little Mermaid. And it's just over the top awesome. And I did want to note that the set comes with the 4 minifigs of Gaston, Jafar, Maleficent, and the Evil Queen. But there are nods to 2 other that I can spot, and that is Ursula, the Queen of Hearts, and actually a 3rd one, and that's Captain Hook. So there's actually 4 minifigs and 3 nods to other villains in the Disney franchise. So even though you get 4 minifigs, you do get a total of 7 nods to some of the greatest villains of these Disney movies. So let's go ahead, let's turn around, hop over to our board, and let's grade this. The build quality is super sturdy. I had nothing fall apart while I was building. I had no explosions of putting pieces on too tight. So because of that, we're gonna go straight into an 8. Part usage, nothing blew my mind. I'm gonna give it a straight 5. The playability of this set, there really is no playability except for opening up some doors and stuff. I'm gonna give it a 7. Ease of display is an easy 10. I mean, it's incredible to display this set. It does come with 4 minifigures. So far as of the time of filming this, those are exclusive to this set. So because of that, but noting that 3 minifigs that could have been included but were not, I'm going to give it an 8. Because there's 7 nods but only 4 minifigs. Availability of this set, it's currently on back order, so I'm going to give it a 5 because you can get it if you search hard enough and stress. Not that that's what I did. The price of $130, it does come between 9 and 10 cents a piece. So with that, I'm going to put the price at an 8. And now, the final one, the fun factor. Is this set fun? Well, you know, I am an elder millennial. I miss VHS tapes. I remember growing up to when they looked like this. And because of that, I'm going to give it a straight 8. Because it is super fun for me to look at. So now, let's go ahead and let's give our total score. So our total score for this set is 75, which is a clear win. So with that, it recommends itself. I recommend it. So on that, let's wrap up this video. The heat in this garage is shutting down my cameras. It's burning up the batteries in my headsets, and it's burning up the batteries in my camera, so I can't keep nothing running because of the heat. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Drop your comments below on what you guys thought of this set. Have you guys been able to get it? And if so, let me know, because so far it's been super hard to get my hands on to this set, but I'm glad I was able to get a copy to review for you guys. So as usual, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting the channel, and you all have a really good one.